Welcome all. Have you been a victim of sexual crime? And have you been exposed in media? So Sanjay, what are the legal steps survivors can take about it?
Yes, we have several options. Firstly, I must mention that freedom of expression is a constitutional right under Article 40. So that is the defense whoever who is going to publish something will take on. But the thing is that is anyway subject to certain conditions. 14.2, which was formerly Article 50. So under the restrictions, you can't expressly publish whatever you want. So it should be under the restrictions of racial and dignity issues. So when I speak about dignity, there's an issue in Sri Lanka because dignity, privacy sector laws are not properly executed. Law is not practiced properly in Sri Lanka. So we rarely see certain privacy cases come out. The victims can go under the new regulations of Online Safety Act, which has come to force into 2024. You can directly go to court and file a petition through a lawyer mentioning what has happened under the Online Safety Act. Furthermore, we have the existing law under Penal Code. I can read it to you. Under Penal Code, Section 365C, under the Amendment Act number 22 of 1995. There, it specifically mentions whoever prints or publishes the name or any matter which may make known the identity of any person against whom an offence under Section 345, 360, 363, 365 is alleged to have been found committed shall be punished with imprisonment of either description for a term which may extend to 2 years or plus a fine. So it means that if you are a victim of such an offence, you can go to court, you can file a petition via your lawyer to the magistrate court. And under this particular section, you have the remedy under Sri Lankan law.
Can the cases be reported without causing any harm to the victims?
Of course, the victim has the option of filing a case under 365C of the Penal Code. So if you are a victim, you can go to the police and lodge a complaint. Even if you cannot attend, then an adult can represent you. Once a case is filed, the magistrate can choose whether the victim should be brought or she can stay without coming to court. An adult can represent, because anyway you are being represented by the lawyer. So sometimes we see media, the press publishes the incident. So what I say is, even if you publish under the media, we'll take social media as well. So sometimes we might know who's the victim, we might know who has been blamed as the culprit. So what we should do is, even if we know the both sides or even one side, we shouldn't publish the exact names, pictures, videos or whatever, because it's the responsibility of the justice system to go through a court case and find who's the victim exactly, and who's to be blamed and who's to be punished. Therefore, we should take regard of both character, because if you are blamed as a rapist or whoever who has done molesting or similar incident, then you are done forever in this system. So sometimes we see without proper evidence cases has been filed. Likewise, we should think both ways, because if we are a victim, we can always go to the court. We have the police, we have the legal system. I must mention this also. Someone can be in a relation, then later, imagine if you are broken up. Sometimes you can, in order to harm the other person, you can lodge a false claim. So we shouldn't go to that level, because when we take Online Safety Act, sometimes we take someone has published a false post. So under the Online Safety Act, publishing such false statement itself is an offence. It works both ways. Apart from that, under the media guideline, if you are a victim of such an incident, molesting or sexual offence, if you are exposed from such publication, you have the protection of court. You can lodge a complaint mentioning that your name has been published, now your character is ruined, your character is harmed. Likewise, you can get the justice from the court even for such publication. So what I should say is, even for the youth and the media, we should stick to the guidelines as I mentioned before, and we should always respect the person, because whatever we publish, that would be for a short term. Someone will share the post and someone will talk about it 1 or 2 weeks, that's all. But we are talking about a life, so we should be mindful of what we are publishing.
Thank you, Sanjay. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you for the opportunity.
Stay connected with us for more content.